Hello students, in this video we are going to go over this review practice from Unit 5, and it is going to be about nouns, countable and non-countable nouns, and also quantifiers or modifiers. Modifiers or quantifiers are any, some, few, little, a little, much, etc. Okay, so let's get started. The question here is read this essay by an American Indian, circle the correct words to complete it. Okay, now as always, I recommend that if you have not taken this one before and you're watching this video, please pause the video, okay, try to work on it, and then you can watch the rest of the video with me and check your answers. Okay, so let me show you the whole practice. I believe it is 22. Okay, it is 22 questions. Okay, let's start. My name is Joseph Falling Snow. I am any American Indian from a Sioux reservation in South Dakota. Now, I am the correct answer for number one is an American Indian. Okay, now the pattern or the formula of this is indefinite article, a or n, plus adjective, plus a noun. Okay, so the correct answer is an American Indian. So American is an adjective here, and it is describing the noun. Remember this formula or this pattern. It is an indefinite article, a or n, adjective, plus a noun. It's like, I bought a beautiful car. He is an old man. Okay, let's move on. There are several reservations. Now, little and little describe uncountable nouns, and because reservations is a countable noun, look, if you notice here it has s, it's in the plural form, therefore the correct answer is several. I am from the Pine Ridge Reservation. I don't live in South Dakota anymore because I couldn't find no job. Now, for number 3, I believe the correct answer is A. I couldn't find a job. Now, you might ask, why not any? Any, because any works in negative statements, and this is a negative sentence. I could not, I couldn't. Now, any works with plural nouns and with uncountable nouns. If this one were jobs, therefore any would work. But because job is singular, any wouldn't work. Okay, that's why the correct answer is A. And also any works with uncountable nouns. So I couldn't find, for example, apart from this context, I didn't find any water, I didn't find any milk, okay, in the fridge. Or I couldn't find any jobs, plural. But because it's singular, therefore it's not, any doesn't work in this context. And why not no? Why not no? I couldn't find no job. Now, no doesn't work with not. If you notice here, we have not. So we can't use not plus no. We use not any, and not any equals no. For example, I don't have any money, or I have no money. The same thing. I don't have any money, or I have no money. I hope number 3 is clear. Let's move on. There's a little few work on my reservation. Now, if you look here, the word work is uncountable. Therefore, we have to omit or eliminate those that describe countable nouns. So a few doesn't work, few doesn't work. Now, we have to choose between a little and little. A little and little describe uncountable nouns. Now, which one means a higher quantity or amount? It is a little. And this one wants to say, or this writer here wants to say that there is almost no work. That's why he needs to move to another place. So little is the correct answer. There is little work. Little means not enough, almost none, no job. Okay, so a little means enough. A little means enough, therefore it doesn't work the meaning here of this sentence is there is no work, almost no work. Number 5, there is a lot of unemployment and employments. Unemployment is uncountable noun, and uncountable nouns do not take the plural form, and they don't take s. So the correct answer is unemployment. It doesn't take s. This one without s. There is a lot of unemployment. Number 6, poverty or poverty is a big problem on my reservation. Poverty or poverty. Of course, the correct answer is poverty. Poverty is uncountable noun, and uncountable nouns do not take a or n. They don't take articles or indefinite articles, basically. Now, a and n means one. And because uncountable nouns cannot be counted, therefore we can't use a or n. Okay? Can we say a water, a glass, a sand, a sugar? No. Same thing for poverty. It's a big problem on my reservation. My uncle gave me a, n, some, any, good advices. Now let's start with number 8, and then we'll go back to number 7. Number 8, the correct answer for number 8 is advice. We can't pick advices. Now the word advice is uncountable. Now if we want to turn or talk about different advice, okay, not just one, we have to use pieces. Okay, 2 pieces of advice, 3 pieces, 4 pieces. And how about number 7 now? My uncle gave me a good advice. We learned before that we can't use a with uncountable nouns here, okay, like poverty. Now, the same thing for advice. So a and n do not work. Let's eliminate these two. Now, some and any. Any works in negative statements. It goes with not, okay? My uncle gave me any good advice? No, it doesn't work. Now, what remains is some good advice. Okay, let's continue. He told me to go to a big city. This is the formula or the pattern that I talked about here in number 1. Article, indefinite article, adjective, and noun. Okay, we can't use it without article. We can't say to go to big city. He told me to go to big city. It should be a big city. Always this formula. Indefinite article, adjective, noun. To find a, and some, any job. Now, we learned before that any doesn't work with singular nouns. Okay, I believe in number 3. Same thing. Okay, and so any doesn't work with singular countable nouns. Remember to use any with plural nouns, plural countable nouns, or uncountable nouns. So if this were jobs, any would work. Okay, now how about some? Some describes plural nouns as well, and job is singular. Some doesn't work. Now what remains is a is the correct one. A job. We can't use n, of course, to find a job. Let's move on. I decided to go to Minneapolis. There are many job opportunities. Job opportunities is plural, and because it's a countable noun, plural countable noun, therefore we have to eliminate much, and any doesn't work because the sentence is not negative. Therefore many job opportunities. The correct answer is many for number 11. Number 12, I had not any trouble finding a job. And the correct answer for number 12 is no. Not doesn't work alone. We need the auxiliary did. I did not have any trouble. Okay, so not doesn't go alone as no. And any, the sentence is not negative, therefore any does not work. Trouble finding a job because I've a lot of much experience as a carpenter. Now the correct answer for 14 is experience, because experience here experience is one of the nouns that can be either countable or uncountable noun, depending on the context, of course. In this context specifically, experience is uncountable, so we have to pick this one. And sometimes we may use the word experience in the plural form referring to specific experiences. Okay, but the correct answer here is experience. We are talking about experience in general. Now, because the word experience is uncountable, Now we have to choose the right one here. Much doesn't work because much is used in the negative statements. Now, if this sentence were negative, we can use much. I didn't have much experience. But because it is affirmative or positive, we have to pick a lot of experience. Okay, and many doesn't work, of course, because experience is uncountable, as I mentioned before. Hope this clear. Okay, number 15. The language of my tribe is Lakota, but I know very few words in my language. Any doesn't work. The sentence is not negative. A few and very few. Now, a few is with more number, is like enough number than very few. Very few is has the same meaning as few. And this is the correct one. Very few words. I know very few words. This means not enough words. This person knows or doesn't know enough words, almost none in this language, Lakota. Words in my language, most of the people, person, peoples. Now, people is the plural form of person, so this is the correct one. Most of the people on my reservation speak only English. And number 17, if you any little older people. Now, because people is a countable noun, we need to pick a modifier that describes countable nouns. Now, a little is to be eliminated. It doesn't describe, it can describe people because it's countable noun. Now, any is used in negative statements or sentences. Now, what remains is a few. A few older people still speak our tribal language, but the language is dying out as the older people die. Number 18. You're almost there, I think. Few little times. Now, times here is a plural countable noun, and time, the word time, is one of the nouns that can be either countable or uncountable depending on the context. In this case, in this sentence, the word times is countable. And if you notice here, it is plural. It's even plural with s. Now, because this one is countable, we have to eliminate little. It describes non-countable nouns, and we have to eliminate as well a little. Now, what remains is a few and few. Now, what is the correct answer for this one? It is a few. Okay, it means enough times. Okay, but if we pick few, it means not enough times. And few means almost none, almost no time, okay, a year, but they have some times a year. I go back to the reservation for a celebration called a powwow. It gets very crowded at these times because a lot of people. We have people, that is a countable noun. We have to eliminate much. Much describes non-countable nouns. Any and a lot of. Any works in negative statements. This is positive or affirmative. Any doesn't work, so a lot of is the correct answer. People from our reservation and nearby reservations attend this celebration. We have much, too much, a lot of fun. Okay, we learned before that much is used in negative statements. This is affirmative. Much doesn't work. Too much and a lot of. Too much describes, too much is the same as much. It's just with higher degree, and it goes in negative statements. We didn't have too much time. And too much, by the way, too much, when we use too, it means there is a problem. When we use too many and too much, it means that there is a problem. There is something wrong. For example, let's say you wasted too much time. It means there is a problem. But here, too much doesn't work with fun. Fun is something positive. There is no problem. Okay, it's good to have fun. So that's the reason why too much doesn't work here. And the correct answer is a lot of. We dance to our music. Music doesn't work. Music is non-countable, doesn't take S. We dance to our music and socialize with our friends. Remember here it says a lot of people, so it is expected to that they mean many friends, not just one friend. Friends. Okay, here you go. We are done. I wish that you watch this video as many times as possible so that you can master the use of non-countable nouns and countable nouns and the use of quantifiers to describe nouns. I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions, just contact me. Thanks for watching. Bye.